guys, how you doing today? I have to repot my Pinguiculas. I took I took some of them out of what I had them in, and I've got all my little trays ready over here. This one is still, I have to tear it apart. As you can see, look at all of the gnats that they have been catching. I had a horrible gnat outbreak, and they have done a great job catching them. And I'm really not having a problem anymore. Not that I know of. I think I still have a few flying around. But what I want to do is, I've got my tray ready. I got all of my containers filled up. Let me rearrange this a little bit. Okay. So what I want to do is I've got, let's move this for now. These are the ones that I took off out of the other container that I had them in. I'm just kind of pulling some of the old spag off, and I got a few dead leaves. I'm going to get rid of those. These things grow like crazy. Now all I'm going to do is, I have my cups already filled, and I'm just going to lay them down in here like that. And then I have a container over here that I'm going to be keeping them in that is going to have water in it all the time. And this is what my mixture looks like. It's just spag moss and perlite, and that's all it is. And you want to keep these Pinguiculas wet all the time. Now, I started out with one, and it's made all these babies. I gave my mom a couple, and these are the Pinguicula Moranesis, or butterwort. So all I'm doing is laying these down in the cup. You can see she's making another baby. Oh, actually there's two more in there. I'm going to pull, this is a dead leaf, I'm going to pull this one off. She's got two more babies up under there, you can see. I don't know, I'm going to try to pull the babies off of here, and then I'll put them, I got more down here. But you can see all of they have very, very fine white roots. So I'm just going to set her down in there. I think it needs to be just a little bit taller. There. And then her roots will find her way down in there. That's one bad thing about working with a spag. Boy, it sticks to you. And then this one I'm going to do the same. Just going to take off some of that old spag. And I'm not seeing, oh, there's a dead leaf that I can pull off. Just pop it right off. And then I'm just going to set her down in here. Like that. That's all there is to it. And then these little babies, I am going to, I'm going to just set them down in here, and then when they get bigger, I'll separate them. But for right now, I'm just going to leave them be. Let them get a little more established. And then when they get bigger, I'll separate them and put them into their own little separate containers. Now this is the one I'm gonna dump her out and separate her. This is the actual original mother plant right here. And then she's got, it looks like 1, 2, 3 babies that she made. Isn't that pretty? I love the way they look. I'm just gonna squeeze this, dump it out, set that off to the side, take away any dead leaves that I'm seeing. She doesn't really have a lot. I'm just going to carefully pull these apart. They have very, very fine roots, and you just want to make sure that you're getting the whole section of the plant. And then just lightly, and there's all her little roots. Very, very little roots, but you can tell how squished up she was getting. Pretty as she looks like a rosebud. And there's another dead leaf. I'm going to pull that off. And then I'm going to separate find where they're getting rid of these dead leaves here. Well, I think she's got more. Just carefully, very carefully separating these guys. There's my original mother plant. You can see all her little roots. She's got more established roots because she's older. And then she actually has, there's another one right here. Just gonna carefully separate them. And these look like two plants, but I don't see, I'm not going to mess with them. I'm going to leave those together. If they separate a little bit more, I'll separate them later. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to, this one needs to be filled up a little bit more. And I just throw it in. I don't pack it down. I just leave it very light. Then I just made a tiny little hole in the middle. And then I'm just going to lay her down in that hole. Wipe my hands off here. I think I am going to have to get another container because I only counted so many. And I'll put her over here. And this container will always have water in it. I might be able to slide this little one in here. The smaller one. I think I'm going to do that. I'm just going to move these guys over. Get a little hole. And then put her down in here. There, that'll work. And then when these guys all get bigger, I'll separate all of them. It's funny because I've never seen them make so many babies on one. It's kind of neat. Okay, now put her down here. And then I need to get a little more spag. Okay, I got some more spag mixed up. I'm just going to lay a little bit more on top. And then make a hole, a small one, and just lay her down. Lay her down in there. Let her keep doing her job. I love these little plants. Not only are they pretty, and they're very easy to take care of. They propagate themselves like crazy, but they do such a great job of catching gnats and all other kinds of little bugs. They're great. And it looks like I've got one more. So I'm not going to need one of these containers that I made. So since I put the smaller ones all together in one for now. But I'm sure I will need the space. I'm going to go ahead and put that one in there. Might be able to find a smaller container to keep those two in. But you always want to keep water They have to stay wet all the time. So this is like a little bog garden here that I got going on. I'm going to put my tag back in that one. So you always want to keep them wet. And it's so easy when you have a container under them to keep them in. Now I'm making just my little hole, and then I'm going to pick her up. Oh, I see a dead leaf. I want to get rid of that. And then I'm just going to set her down in here. And she will open up and spread out like the other ones. She was just kind of squished in there. So that's all there is to it. They're so easy to take care of. And I wonder if I can get all of them in. Maybe if I put the little one, no, that's not going to work. There's just not quite enough room. I don't know if I can get them all in this container. This container is a little bit wider. I set the small ones down here. Hey, this just might work all in one. And this, once again, is my original mother plant. Don't ask me how I know that. There, that might work. We'll see here. There. I think that'll work nicely. See if I can still pick it up. Yes. And then I'm just going to go ahead and dump my water in here. I'll have to add some more. But now I can pick these up and put them. I made a spot for them for all of them. And then they can all go into their little spots and keep catching bugs. And I know that's why they're growing so quickly too and making so many babies, because my gnat outbreak was crazy there for a while. I can still see a few flying around, but if you've got a gnat problem, and these are really the way to go. They're cute, they're easy to take care of. You can grow them in a windowsill, as long as they're in a really bright light. And You keep them watered at all times and never let them dry out. You won't have any problems with them. They're super easy to take care of. They bloom almost constantly. These are the little flowers. She just actually had, I actually have 4 on that plant, but they all died back. But they'll start growing again. They seem like they take a very short break and then they start right back in again. So super easy to take care of. They propagate like crazy. You can grow them right in a windowsill. They are tropical, so they do not need a winter rest of any kind like some of the other carnivorous plants do. And keep them in a separate shallow container so you can keep water in it at all times. Now I will fill this up once I get it placed. I'll fill this all the way up to the rim. And then it will be like maybe, oh, I don't know, it kind of depends, like maybe once a week, a couple times a week, I'll have to refill this container and keep it filled with water. And when I do that, I don't even worry about watering them from the top of the pot at all, because they just, the spag keeps the water soaked up. So those are my babies, and I'm going to let you guys go, and I will talk to you later. I hope everybody had a really great Thanksgiving. Oh, and if you, I forgot to say, if you want to clean these, like if you get soil on them, all you need is like a little paintbrush. I don't know if I have my paintbrush in here or not. Let me look. No, I don't have my paintbrush in here. I don't know where it's at. I think I've left it out in the garage or something. But you could use a Q-tip, like if you get soil, or I mean spag on it, because these are really sticky, and that's why the gnats stick to them. They get stuck on them, and then they can't go nowhere. But you can use a little paintbrush. You could use a Q-tip, like if you get spag stuck on, stuck on them, and you don't want to touch them, you can use that. But very, very cute and super easy to take care of. You can grow them under a grow light, you can grow them in a windowsill. As long as they've got really bright light, they'll do great. So, alright guys, that was it, and I will talk to you later. Bye!